Well, thanks for watching Market Day Report. I'm Suzanne Alexander. Happy National Co-op Month. It is time to celebrate ag cooperatives for all they do to help farmers gain market power and enhance production value. We're going to turn our attention to the dairy sector for an update. Our good friend Alan Bjerga with the National Milk Producers Federation joins us now from our Washington News Bureau office with the latest. Alan, thank you so much for being here. Let's start with dairy, why it's so heavily represented by co-ops and how that model is so good at doing business.
Well, the cooperative model is very important for all Americans. About 1 out of every 3 Americans are a part of a co-op in some way. It's your credit union. It can be how you get your electricity or your phone service. Some places it's even a living arrangement. And in agriculture, you see all sorts of types of cooperatives. In dairy, it's especially important. About 85% of U.S. milk somehow or other goes through a cooperative. And when you take a look at the strengths of cooperatives in terms of organization, in terms of dairy, how farmers are also the processors, the way that their product comes to the market, they really have a lot of control and a lot of autonomy that comes from that cooperative model. It's a model that continues to be very resonant and very important as we take a look at the evolution of the industry. You see dairy farmer owners being some of the top farmers in the world, also some of the top creators of dairy products, finished products in the world. It's an exciting future for cooperatives. It's a really important thing to be remembering this month, National Co-op Month, as well as really every month of the year.
Now, I know a lot of farmers, part of those cooperatives, are going to be gathering in Colorado for the annual meeting. And tell us about this meeting that's coming up, what you expect to be really addressed, maybe as a number 1, number 2 on the agenda.
Well, this really does get down to that theme of cooperatives as leaders that we're going to see at the National Milk Producers Federation's annual meeting in Colorado, Denver, that's taking place later this month. There are some really challenging issues of milk pricing right now. The federal milk marketing order system is really in need of modernization. And the National Milk Producers Federation, with its cooperative leadership, is working and has been working for more than a year on coming up to a proposal that can reach industry consensus. Now, it's going to be very important to have farmers of all regions, of all sizes, buying into a solution that works for the entire industry and, most importantly, of course, the dairy farmers themselves as we go forward in this. The way that the system is set up, you need strong support from farmers, and co-ops, because of their strength within the dairy community, can provide that level of support. NMPF has been a leader in this. It's continuing to lead, and really looking forward to showing some of that leadership and working forward on these proposals in Denver.
I know everybody's looking forward to it. By the way, recently, highest consumer consumption of course, milk since, 1959. Talk about what that means for the industry.
1959, the year Alaska and Hawaii became the last 2 U.S. states. That is the last time that milk consumption on a per capita basis, dairy consumption as a whole on a per capita basis in the United States, has been at the levels that we have seen in 2021. There's been an evolution in consumer tastes, of course, a lot more cheese and a lot more butter. You see yogurt, you see a great diversity of products, but it just shows that the future of dairy in the U.S. and overseas, where the U.S. is becoming a greater supplier to the world, is bright.
Yeah, I thank you so much. Always great information. Have a great time at that meeting. By the way, I like the haircut. Alan Bjerga with the National Milk Producers Federation. Appreciate you joining us. Always a pleasure.